Welcome back! So today, we're jumping into a truly fascinating explainer on a massive technological shift. AI isn't just some novelty tool in our toolkit anymore. It's actually becoming two fundamental forces at the exact same time. On one side, it's the dynamic brain driving our physical future, literally steering autonomous vehicles. But on the other side, it's our digital immune system, the resilient shield defending our highly vulnerable networks. In this explainer, we're going to explore how AI handles the absolute chaos of the physical world while fighting off hyper-advanced cyber threats simultaneously. It's an incredible high-stakes balancing act of physical safety and digital security.
Section 1. Beyond Traditional Rules.
Okay, let's dive into this by understanding exactly why a massive technological leap was required to make modern applications like self-driving cars and advanced cybersecurity even possible. If we look at traditional AI, it was fundamentally rule-based. We manually fed it logic. Now, that was fine for structured environments, but it struggled immensely with intuitive tasks that humans just do effortlessly, things like understanding speech or recognizing a face in a crowd. Why? Because the real world is incredibly messy. A system relying on manually created rules always hits exceptions, and computationally, these problems scale so quickly that they hit what we call NP hard limits. Basically, they simply require way too much time and memory to solve. So the solution was a total paradigm shift to artificial neural networks. Instead of writing rigid rules, scientists started reverse engineering the computational principles behind the human brain. This created adaptable, learning systems capable of actually handling the chaos of reality.
Section 2. AI driving the future. And this brilliantly illustrates how this neural network approach is practically applied to one of the biggest physical challenges we face today, safely navigating self-driving cars through unpredictable environments. Building an autonomous vehicle's brain is incredibly complex from the ground up. It starts with data collection, feeds into a perception model to literally understand the world, integrates multimodal sensor fusion, and then uses deep reinforcement learning to actually make the driving decisions. It is just an incredible pipeline of continuous, real-time computation.
Let's break down the two absolute most critical steps in that framework. Step 1 is multimodal sensor fusion. An autonomous vehicle cannot just rely on a single camera. By fusing data from LiDAR, radar, and high-tech computer vision, the system essentially cross-verifies its own reality. And the research shows this fusion reduces detection errors by 37% in bad weather and low visibility. Step 2 is decision-making through reinforcement learning, specifically algorithms like deep Q-learning and proximal policy optimization. Now, you don't need to memorize those terms, but what they do is crucial. This is where the car learns to dynamically adjust its speed, hit the brakes, and change lanes, which actually boosts decision-making efficiency by 30%.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the tangible upgrade in processing power here. Look at the baseline convolutional neural network and compare it to the CNN-VIT hybrid model, which stands for Vision Transformer. The hybrid model is hitting a staggering 98.2% accuracy for object detection. But even more crucially for a vehicle hurtling down a highway, it computes faster. It operates at just 30 milliseconds, and its robustness and low visibility jumps all the way from 70% to 92%. We are building incredibly fast, highly accurate digital brains.
Section 3. The Cybersecurity Challenge.
But here's the catch. A hyper-intelligent, constantly connected machine is inherently vulnerable. Which brings us to the most terrifying question in this entire space. What happens if the AI's brain gets hacked? We are no longer just talking about a stolen password or a frozen laptop here. We are talking about malicious software manipulating a 2-ton vehicle in motion. We have to consider the devastating consequences of adversarial attacks on vehicle-to-vehicle communication networks, where bad data could trigger catastrophic fleet-wide accidents.
Looking at the specific attack surfaces these vehicles face, the absolute largest threats are unauthorized access at nearly 41%, and adversarial attacks, which are literally designed to trick the AI, at over 34%. But there is good news here. The data shows that by implementing AI-based intrusion detection systems alongside blockchain authentication, we can actually reduce unauthorized access and adversarial AI events by a massive 83% combined. The very technology powering the car is the exact same technology required to secure it.
Section 4. The AI Security Shield.
This introduces the concept that the best, and maybe the only, defense against a compromised machine is an even smarter AI acting as an active digital shield. Let's look at how cybersecurity giant Tenable breaks down these AI security domains across the enterprise.
In cloud security, imagine a media streaming service using AI to instantly spot and block a sensitive container workload from connecting to a highly suspicious external IP address. Or endpoint detection and response. Picture a healthcare provider using AI to detect a ransomware actor and stopping them dead in their tracks before they can encrypt patient data. AI is actively hunting in vulnerability management to prioritize the exact flaws attackers are most likely to exploit today. And it's working in identity and access management to flag when an employee's credentials are being used from an impossible geographic location at 3 a.m.
The real magic here is context. Traditional cybersecurity tools are notoriously siloed. The cloud team doesn't talk to the identity team, who completely ignores the hardware team. Well, AI bridges that gap. It analyzes vast amounts of data across the entire attack surface to build one cohesive picture. For example, AI can connect the dots and map a hidden attack path where a seemingly minor misconfiguration in an energy utility's IT network provides a direct bridge to their critical physical operational systems.
So the crucial point is this evolution toward exposure management. AI cybersecurity moves us away from just drowning in thousands of reactive isolated alerts. Instead, it continuously maps your complete digital footprint and proactively pinpoints the exact attack paths that matter most. We are moving from putting out fires to removing the kindling before the match is even struck.
Section 5. Navigating the road ahead.
Let's move to and see how this builds into the ultimate payoff for our smart cities. We've seen the brain navigating the physical world and the shield defending the digital world. What happens when these converge? When you have secure, AI-managed autonomous vehicles communicating seamlessly with intelligent city infrastructure, the results are just incredible. By leveraging predictive analytics for real-time traffic routing, urban flow efficiency gets boosted by 26% and average travel times are cut by 18%. This is the promise of secure autonomy: less congestion, lower emissions, and a much smoother flow of daily life. But as we hand over the keys to the algorithm, we naturally want to understand how it's making those decisions, right? That requires what we call explainable AI, or XAI. It's a system designed so humans can actually trace the AI's logic. If a machine makes a split-second decision on the road, we absolutely cannot accept a black box answer. We need to guarantee transparent decision-making to address those ethical fears of algorithmic bias and to figure out who is ultimately accountable.
Which brings us to the final, critical question of this explainer. As artificial intelligence literally takes the wheel of our physical transportation and simultaneously builds the digital walls protecting our critical infrastructure, are we fully ready to trust machines with both our physical lives and our most sensitive data? The technology is arriving. Now it's our societal frameworks that need to catch up. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.